Hello, fellow artists. Today I have a voiceover video. I'm currently doing loads of prep work for a comic I hope to complete at least 23 pages of this summer. It's a really important summer for me because I'll be applying for college next school year, so I'm really trying to draw diligently every day. This is my first time doing a voiceover, so I'm sorry for the lame audio quality and other mistakes I might make and just random sounds you might hear. I have a cat in my room. He's eating food. Maybe. I don't know. So, this drawing is my attempt at designing the beach where my manga begins. I never really drawn many trees or beaches at all, so I was really lost and a bit annoyed at the beginning of this drawing. I designed the beach through like looking at several like references from other comics, reality, and illustrations. Most of my ref came from Pinterest. Next, I thumbnailed the beach from several different angles in one of my sketchbooks. And yeah, I have multiple sketchbooks because I can't complete any. The line art for the trees was the most tedious part of this drawing. And looking at it now, I still don't think I quite got the texture I was looking for. So, uh, you may see pauses in my drawing now and then. Recording uh, drawings really drives me to at least complete like the line art all in one go. So I think posting here will like improve my productivity. Uh, no promises on a schedule, but I hope to get a video out a week until the end of like a video out each week until the end of summer. After school starts, I have no idea if I'm gonna post or not. I'm very new to being a YouTube creator, so yeah. I guess I'll talk about the story now. So the manga stars the main character, Elliot, who is a water elemental. He gains his powers after his mother's tragic death, which causes his hair to turn from brown to blue. Uh, the manga will, of course, be in grayscale, but I'll do some colored pieces as well. I've had the character in mind since seventh grade of middle school, but he has completely changed since then, so I guess he's not the same character at all anymore. So the main threat to Elliot is a character named Suit, which I'm pretty sure means void in Chinese, but I think I really need to finalize her name and everything. She is a void elemental, which basically means she controls space. Void is not one of the traditional four elements, but I found out that in Japan and China there was like a fifth element and thought void seemed like a pretty overpowered element, so of course the villain character is a void elemental. Her goal is to wipe out all of the elements, and it's up to Elliot and his elemental friends to stop her. I already wrote like 50 pages. No, not like 50 pages, 50 pages exactly of the story, and I really hope to get them all done by the summer of 2020. Uh, Honestly, I'm so sick of not having drawn a comic before that I just really need to get this done and out there in the world. Uh, Anyways, back to the speed paint. At this point in the drawing, I was much quicker when it came to drawing the trees because I realized I only had a few left. The beach I'm designing doesn't hold much significance to the story, but it's in the story regardless, so I had to draw it. The beach is owned by Finn and Aiden, uh, which are Elliot's twin best friends, who also turned out to be elementals, but more on that in future videos. I added more trees to the right side of the beach than were in my original sketch, because I felt it was pretty empty compared to the other side of the woods. I added one tree that had a slightly different bark texture than the other trees because I was bored of doing the same thing over and over. Uh, I noticed that a lot of my references didn't really have roots on any of the trees, like in all my drawing references. So I just guessed those artists just don't like drawing roots or something. Uh, but I'm very fascinated with roots. And as a kid, I always like walked in a circle around trees and was sure to count every single root I stepped on. But that was before I started drawing at recess all the time. The bushes in this drawing were fun for me to draw because I usually do not go very thick with line art. Uh, and I distinctly remember uh, listening to a rock opera called Parasite while I was drawing the line art for the water. You guys should really check it out. It's a little weird, but the music's pretty decent, I guess. Yeah. Uh, I don't know why, but drawing the gravel trail was the most fun part of this drawing because it was very therapeutic to draw the tiny little pebbles, the cute little pebbles everywhere. Uh, the grass in this drawing is kind of like a reference to Bob's Burgers grass. Uh, I just really like the way they draw grass in the show. So yeah, I tried to emulate them. I was really dreading drawing the leaves because I always worried I needed to be more detailed, but I quite like how it turned out. Uh, when I say I'm always worried I need to be more detailed, it's like I usually would try to draw each and every leaf. That never turns out well. Uh, for the coloring of this piece, I really wanted to try to go for a twilight lighting, but I really don't think the idea came across. I hope you guys can tell that the moon is rising, at least, and it's not like a rising sun or anything. Uh, I really thought the coloring was also a little off. Like, all the gray was too similar to each other because the pieces in grayscale. I don't usually work with grayscale, and I've been told constantly that I need to have higher contrast in my work. Uh, so yeah, I think doing this comic all in grayscale is really going to help with that. Um, and I think the smudge tool on the sand helped with my grayscale problem a little bit too. But I don't really like the texture it gives. Okay, I figure I can talk about why I'm trying to draw 23 pages of this comic this summer. I plan to apply to multiple schools uh, that have a major in comic making. Having actual comic pages made would give me a peace of mind and practice for college. I really don't want to jump into it completely blind. Uh, I go to a fine arts high school, so I also don't get to practice my cartooning skills almost at all, I guess. Cause they're always like, "Oh yeah, you gotta like draw from real life and draw good and stuff." And apparently, comics aren't good. They aren't fine art or whatever. I I disagree with the school, but regardless, I need to practice more. Uh, so I really need to get a lot of drawings under my belt and catch up to my peers who have had like a strong cartooning skill since the first day of high school. Drawing a comic will help me practice drawing things I'm not used to, such as beaches and trees, like in this drawing. In fact, I should really learn how to draw water because there are some splashes and waves in this scene. So like in this scene that I need this beach for, Elliot's friend Finn sneaks up behind him and scares him, causing him to splash all like water all over him. I have no idea how I'm gonna draw that huge wave, but I guess I'll figure it out when the time comes. Gotta study lots of water. Uh, by the way, if you have any suggestions on video topics other than the 100 days of comic making I plan on doing, please leave them in the comments below, or like you can say stuff on my Instagram post when I post like the picture that I'm drawing here, or my other post where I posted the main character Elliot's character turnaround. By the way, that character turnaround took me like way too long to draw. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but yeah. My next video, I plan to do a Finn character turnaround, like the whole thing. I plan to finish it sometime soon. So look forward to that. So the whole twilight lighting thing was really not working. As you can see me fiddling with the sky in the background. I really enjoy drawing clouds, so I made attempts at doing so, yet they came out awful. I really wanted the lighting to work and look pretty, but it's black and white, so no color can be used. All I could do was use value, and it really was not working out. At this point, I just completely made the sky black because I couldn't figure out how to make it look like it was twilight. I added fog and then got rid of it immediately because I hated it. But like in all the reference photos I saw, for the most part, there was like a foggy mist in the background. So I was like, oh, is that gonna make it look better? And it made it look so much worse. After I added all the shadows, I really think the drawing came together. But then I tried to use screen tones for the shading, and I don't think I really used them properly, but I really like the texture of screen tones, and it really is like it screams comic to me, so I had to use them somewhere. And I really kind of like how the texture is on the rocks, but I didn't add it to every rock because I felt that would be weird. Or maybe it's weird that it's not on every rock. I don't know. I don't know how to use it. I added more lines to the water to give it more flow, and in the end, I really like how the drawing turned out. Uh, for not having drawn beaches or trees in much detail before. Uh, I still have two more angles of the beach to draw for the comic, so I'm not gonna record those because it will be too similar to this video, and it might be a little boring for you guys. I don't know, but I always post the drawing on my Instagram and Tumblr. My Tumblr is fict art, spelled FICT art, and my Instagram is little underscore high school hen, because it's like a high school account, I guess. But thanks for watching, and hope my ramblings were entertaining and helpful in some way.